going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Eat your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Happy Thursday. Almost made it through the week. One day left. Tomorrow's Friday. Let's go. All right. Got some court for you guys tonight. Of course, I've got some court. I've got a lot of Judge Simpson tonight. Got 2 or 3 clips. The first one is a long one. It's a good one, though. Got the pro se guy. He's been everywhere. If you guys have seen it already, I'm sorry, but it's good. It's good enough to watch multiple times. And then I got a bunch of random stuff. All right. Hope you guys are having a good night and good to see you all. Let's do it. Before I hit this play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Court does call the case of the people versus Daniel Mago.
That's the one for the people.
All right. We have Skiz Rocks in the house and Legal Fictions in the house. Good to see both of you. Good to see both of you. You guys came in at the right time. I would have said we'll start over when you guys come in, but Skiz Rock, Legal Fiction. Good to see both of you. All right.
Morning. Daniel Mago.
You're going to represent yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, what are we doing?
To begin, I'd like to just announce a brief summary of the incident that happened.
Pardon?
The incident on October 11th, the reason why I'm here. I would just like to announce a brief summary of what happened.
And that's going to get us where?
Well, I did file a motion a couple weeks ago for discovery. I do have a copy of each.
Yeah, no, I saw it. Did you get the discovery?
I did not, but I don't think I properly served it on the prosecutor, so I'm here to do that today. I did serve it with the courts. I did file with the courts.
Oh, no, I saw it. So what do you want me to do with your case today?
Well, I a few things. I want my bond conditions lifted. I want a discovery. I don't know exactly what the procedures here is. You know that wrongly.
Yeah, I know, because as you're talking and as everything went through, I could tell you didn't know.
Yeah, sorry. But I'm trying my best to do things right. But I just
Okay, you haven't started out well.
sorry. I'm here because I'm told to be here today, Your Honor. That's all.
I know.
So what I want to do
kind of goes out in my name. So yes, I know why you're here. Let me ask you this. You want to represent yourself in this?
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't want help?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to apprise you if you wish to represent yourself, you're constitutionally entitled to do that. I will apprise you that you are before the court on the charge of resisting and obstructing a police officer. You understand that charge?
I do.
All right. That is a felony or a high court misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to 2 years incarceration and $2,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
I do.
All right. You also understand, sir, that there can be great peril in representing yourself.
I understand.
You understand also that at this proceeding and any other further proceeding, that the court is going to hold you to the same standard the court would hold anybody else to. And the court will not play favorites. The court will not help you out. The court will not be assisting you. You understand that, sir?
I do.
All right. If at any time you wish to be represented by an attorney, and if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, but if you wish to be represented by an attorney, the court will afford you that opportunity to be represented. You understand that?
That process is throughout the whole discovery and trial.
Pardon?
I can be assisted with if
you request an attorney represent you in this matter, that the court will at that point, if you cannot afford to hire one, the court will make sure that you have one. If you wish to get your own attorney, the court will afford you that opportunity to do that. You understand that?
I do.
So what do we wish to do today?
I would like to first file a request for suppression of this evidence until full
Suppression of what evidence?
of body cams, squad footage.
On what basis would you be doing that?
Miranda versus Arizona.
Which says what?
That I was not read my rights prior to being detained, and because of that, any violations that I could have possibly said.
All right, so this guy read what the Miranda rights are and why they're important, and he's still confused. No, they don't have to read them before you're detained. Now, if the officers decide to use anything that you said to them before reading you your rights, then yeah, you have that argument. But no, it doesn't work that way, man. It doesn't work that way.
I could impede the faith of my case.
That's your basis for the suppression of body cam?
That I have the right to be read my Miranda rights and know that anything that I say can be used against me. I was not notified.
So that's your basis
to suppress
the body cam.
I'm not trying to suppress it from the court to see. I don't want it in the public domain. I don't want it. Anything that happened, I was on the scene. The police were on the scene for 2 minutes. They were dispatched there over a fight.
I don't know what. Okay. You're going to have to put more in writing for me to even understand that, because as it stands here right now, based upon what you told me, I'm going to deny your motion.
Deny my motion to suppress under Miranda?
As you're calling it, your motion's denied.
Okay. Maybe I'll formulate my request a little more precise to my specific conditions, but I also am requesting that there's full discovery in this process.
Okay. Have you sent a request to the prosecutor's office for discovery?
I have not. No.
Have you asked them, how do I get discovery?
No, I will be doing that.
Did you ask anybody how to get discovery?
I asked a couple of the clerks, but they can't, give too much legal advice. So I'm trying to take as much responsibility for this as I can.
Okay. Well, I'm going to.
Yeah, the way that this guy is ashamed of whatever's on that body cam. Yeah, I want to see it too. I think we all want to see it. I know there's membership milestones. There's a clear breaking point in this, and I'll call you guys out during the break.
At this point, deny that motion because there hasn't even been a request for discovery. If you don't get something, then you bring a motion for discovery.
Okay.
Next thing you want to do.
Discontinue all hearings until there's substantial evidence on file.
Okay, that doesn't happen that way. I don't know what discontinue all hearings mean.
I don't know either, Your Honor. I'm just representing myself over here.
This is going to be a long process if you just are throwing stuff out there.
I tried to prepare my best for this. I'm really
okay. This was your best. Then you may want to consider getting an attorney, but I'm going to let you go because you have a constitutional right to do it. But this is going to be a long, arduous process if we're going to go at this rate.
What does the prosecution expect next in this case?
Pardon? What do you mean?
You're asking me for what I want out of this case and what I expect.
I'm asking you, what do you want to do today?
I want to go home and have all charges lifted.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, so
I mean,
what do I got to do?
Going home is an option, but the charges aren't going anywhere.
I understand, and that's the end goal of where I want to be one day.
Terrapin, this was his PCC calendar, so this is a PCC. What is that? A preliminary cause conference, I think, or something close to that.
Acquitted of all charges.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt, but I am from the public defender's office. I'd be happy if the court wanted to pass to talk with this gentleman.
He says he wants to represent himself, and if he wants to talk to you, then yeah, I mean, I know, Mr. Getty, and I appreciate it, but What do you want to do, sir?
I'm not sure what you're asking me. What are my options, sir? Your Honor.
All right.
What do I want to do?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break because I have to have something happen before noon. I will call the Spanish case up afterwards. I will also then call the one plea, maybe, that we have, and then I'll recall your case in the next block.
Okay.
And then maybe between the time I leave this bench and come back, you'll figure out exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll
And maybe how to do it.
I'll do that.
Or maybe if you want an attorney to represent you to help you through this process, because
Appreciate
otherwise this thing could go go south for you.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
not be good, but I'll let you think about that. That's your call.
All right.
Court's in recess.
Oh,
Calls the case, People versus Dane.
Oh man, I forgot to fade in, fade out. All right, he took a little bit of a break. Let me catch up on these. Janie, good to see you, Janie. Thank you so much for the 8 months. That is awesome. And we have Lisette for the 10 months. Lisette, that is awesome. Both of you, thank you so much. And then Vic coming in with the late fee. Thank you so much, Vic. I appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. All right. Yeah, this is about a half hour, 45 minutes later, and it gets so much worse. So much worse. We got Big In raid. Big In. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate the raid. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. All right, so this is what you're rolling into. We've got a pro se defendant in front of Judge Simpson, has no idea what he's doing. You missed the first part of it, which it just kind of sets up the second part. This is the best part of it, though. So you guys rolled in at the right time. Big In, you were awesome. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it, bud. Welcome to everybody that's rolling in. All right, part two. It gets so much worse. Judge Simpson almost loses it. He doesn't, but he almost does. Okay, let's go.
Mago.
National Money for the People.
Well, hold for a second. Let me do this when I meant to call the other one. Have a seat. Court recalls case People versus Casey Boyd. That's the one I really want.
No, please, on behalf of the people.
And Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. Boyd, Your Honor, thank you for the accommodation.
Casey Boyd, Your Honor. All right. How would we wish to proceed?
Your Honor, I believe we are going to continue with the plea. I'm asking the court to consider a no contest plea at this point. I have submitted a police report for.
Oh, man. This isn't. Please tell me I didn't delete the wrong. I deleted the wrong part. Please tell me I didn't do that. All right. Good. I just left a part in that I needed to cut out. All right. Here we go. Sorry, guys.
Your Honor.
State your name.
Daniel Mago.
All right.
Your Honor, when the court passed this case and left the bench, the defendant did hand me a copy of his motion. I took the recess of the court to file a response. I hand delivered it to the defendant, as well as handing a copy to the court. If I may just respond to the record.
Yes.
Thank you. So this motion was sort of put in 3 different sections, for lack of a better term, and they seem to all, like 1 through 11 in each section seems to be the same item. So I only responded to the middle section, which were the motions and requests. The first motion was to compel the testimony of officers at a deposition. I'm asking the court to deny that. As the court is well aware, depositions are not appropriate in criminal court. Does the court want me to go through each one and then make a ruling on all, or do you want to do one at a time?
Let's do one at a time.
Okay.
All right. You got any response to the people's response?
Back, please.
All right.
Thank you. The second request is request for discovery, where the defendant appears to be requesting that we produce different discovery items, as well as there's a sentence here that says the defendant possesses exculpatory video footage. Request an opportunity to submit it for review. If he wants to give us something, that's fine, but I just think he should go through the normal discovery process, and I'm not saying the court not order what he's requesting in number 2, because it doesn't appear that there's been any request filed for discovery that hasn't been fulfilled or completed at all.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do, at least at this point, is I'm gonna deny the motion, that portion of the motion also. When he submits his request for discovery, then I'm gonna deny that one specifically without prejudice. That way he can raise whatever issue he may have.
I agree completely. Thank you so much. Number 3 was particularly troubling to the people, as it appears to be a request for the people to get medical records for some person and give those to defendant. I responded that request was unclear, but it appears to be that the people executed a search warrant to obtain medical information for an alleged witness who does not appear to be mentioned in the police report currently in possession of the people. Unless otherwise directed by the court, the people would think that the people do not intend to execute a search warrant to seek out private and potentially privileged medical information for this person.
Your Honor, in response to that, I have a FOIA records describing the witness and his shirt that he was wearing, which is the reason why the deputies or the detectives were dispatched to the Puffer Reds parking lot at 3 a.m. that morning. I also have a picture of the witness being right there when I got arrested. I mean, I can show you it. It's quickly available here for me to show you, but I mean, he's really within.
I really would be
grasp.
The defendant showing anything to the court that he has not disclosed to the people.
So, given that I do have FOIA on my CAD records for the dispatch record of police when they made comments saying there's a Huron Valley ambulance dispatched for a person due to high intoxicants. I wasn't dispatched through Huron Valley, but this is in my police report. I think this is valid enough to say that he is a part of the same scenery and event.
Do you have a name?
His name is Jacob Spalding. I've known him for 15 years. I was with him throughout the course of the night and
So you want his medical records?
I want to, first of all, subpoena him to get his witness, statement on record officially. And I would also like his records due to the nature of why they.
I'm not going to order. I mean, I'm not going to order medical records. If you tailor a request for something that isn't available in another fashion, then that's fine. But I'm going to deny that motion.
Yeah, a lot of my civil procedures, I will be correcting and will not have any more problems with. But as for right now,
your civil procedures,
I'm trying to follow the rules of federal civil procedures, and this is my
federal.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah,
I think so.
Okay, so we're a state court.
Okay,
and this is criminal proceedings.
Then thank you for your guidance.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm trying to follow federal civil procedure. Like, all right, well, we're in state court, and this is a criminal proceeding. Like, you're already off to a good start, man. You need to rework your Google search. I know I got a lot of milestones to go through, and I'll catch those up after this clip. I'm not forgetting about you guys.
Yeah, so you might want to start there.
Okay.
Okay.
So that 3 is denied.
Huh?
3 is denied, Your Honor.
The whole motion's denied, yes.
Thank you.
All 3 parts.
Number 4 was to subpoena a witness. I just responded that the defendant should follow the subpoena process that's available to him.
Understood.
Okay. Number 5 was the defendant is requesting the court produce all audio or video recordings. I said he should go through the discovery process. That's that motion at this point. Like, don't.
It's denied.
Thank you. Number 6, the people, I'm not exactly sure. There's a motion to seal statements.
I don't know what that meant.
I don't either.
What does that mean?
It means any statements that I made under stress to either the police officers when they were questioning me or before, after.
What do you want to do with them?
I would like to suppress them so that they don't hinder my trial experience, as I was not.
What does that mean?
Well, I was not given proper notice of my rights when I was detained, and I was questioned thoroughly afterwards.
You have to file a motion. You'd have to lay out specifics as to how and or another any statement that you made which it doesn't sound to me like was the subject matter of necessarily an custodial interrogation, but it doesn't really matter. You're going to need to lay out all the elements of that before I would rule on that. But in its form, as it sits right now, that motion's denied without prejudice.
Thank you. My response to number 7, which is the defendant is notifying the court of exculpatory video evidence. Okay. I don't have any response to that, really, beyond the fact that it seems that these are videos the defendant has, and that he hasn't received any videos from my office yet, so I don't see how
I have
to
videos.
respond to any piece of this.
I have videos, both FOIA requested from the Ypsilanti Police Department and my own. I was formalizing the process for the prosecutor to build her prosecution.
To do.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Not really. I don't think so. I don't know why he's so strong-headed on going pro se. I don't understand that. Judge Simpson asked him a dozen times that he needs an attorney, and he says no every time. But I don't think he's a sob sit. You know, maybe during his next hearing he'll switch to that because he has to switch up his Google searches. But I don't know.
What?
When I requested discovery items that I'm going to do following the rules of civil procedure, that's what I was. Yeah.
So this is the last one. What are you going to do with that? What do you want the court to do?
I want the court to find on what grounds throughout the discovery process that I'm guilty of these crimes.
Okay, sir, it doesn't, you seem to want this process to work away. It doesn't.
Maybe that's the disadvantage of being pro se, Your Honor.
Yes, there are huge disadvantages because I think you know what you're doing, but you don't. It's become readily clear to me. You have no idea what you're doing.
Right.
And so I'm going to ask you, and it's going to cause some difficulty for you. So I'm going to ask you again, do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
I do not.
Okay. Motion denied.
Number 8, defendant requests the court cancel all current bond conditions pending the
Motion denied.
Thank you. Motion to continue proceedings. People weren't opposed to adjournments, but this is actually kind of includes several things. The request is to continue all scheduled hearings until requested testimony, evidence, and hospital records are provided. So I don't have an issue if the defendant needs more time to be prepared to have a hearing, but I do have an issue if he's trying to say that he can't do anything until we need somebody's medical records. So I'm going to get a search warrant for somebody's medical records and depose officers in a criminal case.
Which both of those have been denied. So by default, that would have to be denied if that's what he's asking.
I've made a note of the new address mentioned in section 10, and then there's number 11 is to seal all indictments. I don't know what this means.
I don't know.
All incident related documents and evidence. I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
It's reiterating the sealing. Anything that I said is really all.
I don't know how that sealing would take place.
Okay.
I think you really need to think about getting an attorney. That part of the motion is also denied.
That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so what are we going to do?
Well, I would like a chance to amend the motion.
No, you can file whatever motion you want, but I'm going to tell you something, sir. I'm not going to sit here listening to frivolous motions.
Okay.
I'm just not going to do it.
That's not my intent, Your Honor.
No, I don't care whether it's your intent or not. 3/4, if not 7/8 of that motion that we just dealt with was frivolous. It has no basis in law at all. You're just filing stuff. I'm going to tell you, I'm not putting up with that. Are we clear on that?
We are clear.
So what do you wish to do now? Do you wish to have a preliminary exam set?
Yeah, I'd ask for some for an adjournment in order to review the discovery materials I've produced from my FOIA.
That what?
That I've came up with through my FOIA request. Or I'm going to plan on submitting the procedures as normal through the prosecution too as well, but I need time to review the
What does
documents.
that mean?
That means I just got the documents and I haven't been able to review them, and I need time to review them. I can't decide on something and request for something right now in this moment if I haven't reviewed evidence.
So all you want is an adjournment?
After this response that I submitted to her and she submitted back, yes, sir, Your Honor. Adjournment for pretrial, adjournment for discovery materials.
You know something, sir? Just because you use what seem to be legal words and try to place them into a sentence doesn't mean that it makes sense.
I understand that, Your Honor.
No, I don't think you do. I think you were just placing words in sentences, thinking that because what you're asking for makes no sense. And if you think it does make sense, then maybe this court needs to send you for a competency. And I'm not saying that jokingly. This doesn't make any sense. I'll grant your adjournment. Next time you'll need to fill out a sheet to do it, but I'm not going to waste the time today to do it because.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, for the record, I put the email address the defendant should contact for discovery on this post-it note, which I'm going to place here, and he can pick up. He's indicated he doesn't want to communicate with me about his case.
He doesn't want?
Oh, at
He
that
doesn't want to
moment.
communicate with me about his case earlier, so I'm not going to speak with him today about this case. So I've given him the post-it note to get discovery.
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to get this going. All right. Probable cause conference. Me. Yeah, let me at least have some turkey before I have to deal with this again. December 5th,
Thank you.
2024, 9 a.m. Yeah. Bond will continue. Which clock is this? This is my 2 o'clock? It is?
Yes.
Okay. So folks, if you haven't figured out why, I'm going to take a brief break. Then I will come back and start the 2 o'clock block and we'll roll through it, but I'm not going to go from that to that. Court stands in recess.
Oh, that was too good. That was too good. I wouldn't need some turkey before I deal with this guy again. And yeah, I think it was Durwald that said it, but he wants an adjournment to look over his own documents that he FOIA'd. What did he FOIA? Is he FOIAing videos that he could get from the prosecutor? I have no idea. What did he FOIA? This guy, this is going to be fun to watch. It really is. All right, let's see. I think we're here. Cindy Sue, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you. Welcome to the family. I appreciate it. Legal Fiction member for 10 months. That is awesome. Legal Fiction. Again, good to see you tonight, my friend. Dave Mid, sorry. Member for 5 months. Thank you, Dave Mid. Peeps for 10 months. Thank you so much, Peeps. We got Otto for $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Otto. I do appreciate it. And Saffron, Your Honor, the defendant submitted some sheets from a law-themed coloring book and wants them on your fridge. Yes. That is accurate. That is absolutely accurate. And Skizrock coming in with 8 months. Thank you so much, Skizrock. I appreciate it. And also good to see you. Second Source Rex. Yeah. As of right now, my plan is just the LSATs. Depending on how well I do on that, will depend on how much further I take this. But that's step one. So if I knock the LSATs out of the park, then maybe I'll decide to go to law school. But as of right now, I'm keeping it one step at a time. So not even close to making that decision yet. All right, let's move on. I do got a couple more Judge Simpson clips, but I think I jump around a little bit. Let's see. What's next?
Johnson.
Oh, yeah, this guy. Oh, this is another FAFO guy. Oh, man. This is a short one. I don't know if I'm going to have to say anything to this one. This is funny, though.
On the record in the state of Michigan versus Kiwan Johnson, 402-553-FY.
Matt Mago for the people.
Karen Robinson, Assistant Public Defender for Mr. Johnson.
And you are Kiwan Johnson?
I am.
Thank you. Today's the date for preliminary exam. What's our stats?
Your Honor, a necessary witness is not present this morning, and therefore the people are unable to proceed. I expect a motion from the defense.
We would make that motion to dismiss, Judge.
Defense motion to dismiss is granted without prejudice. Mr. Johnson, I'll sign that dismissal for you this morning. But if the witness gets hold of the prosecutor, convinces them to reissue, that can happen within the statute of limitations. Also, you have a GPS tether. If this is the only case that requires that, you can have that removed, but you need to go to JSG and have them take it off the right way. If you cut it off yourself, they're going to charge you a bunch of money, and also probably won't be too cooperative with giving you a tether in the future if you needed one. Lastly, it does take about 24 hours for us to get that no contact order out of the police computer. Give us time to do our paperwork so you don't get arrested, okay?
Absolutely.
We'll give you a copy of this. Let me just make sure all boxes are marked that I need.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I have other concerns pertaining to this case. Though it was dismissed,
Mm-hmm.
I posted bond. A
Through a
warrant was
bond.
placed on my, a warrant was placed on me.
Mhm.
I looked at the complaint wasn't signed by a complaining witness. The evidence presented to me by the court, there was no complaint signed by a complaining witness, which would make
Yeah, it
sense why
was.
there is no complaint.
Yeah, it's signed. I'm looking right at it. It's signed. It's signed. The complaining witness is Detective Lindeman, which is allowed.
Can I get
Under
a
the-
copy of that? Because I
You've
asked last
already
time.
obtained a copy from the clerk's office.
I
You
wish-
can- You can pay for another copy from the clerk's
I'm
office
more
if
than
you
happy,
want.
I'm more than happy to show the court what your office presented. And what I have is not signed. It's signed by the prosecutor, but not signed by the complaining witness, which is who you just described as Jackie. Yeah, it's not.
Lindeman, yeah.
Yeah, I have that. It's
Okay.
not signed.
I'm telling you, it's signed.
I have a copy of it, so can I please see the signed copy, please?
You are always allowed to inspect our
For a
file.
civil suit,
If you choose to sue, that's up to you. You're always allowed to inspect our file. Okay, I'm just making sure. That's taken care of. Okay. And we've emailed JSG to let them know you're coming to get your tether removed, so they should be expecting you, and you shouldn't have any trouble doing that.
can I see that copy that you said?
Mr. Warrensley will show you the complaint. He's also gonna make you a copy of the dismissal to take with you, okay?
Absolutely.
Oh, she muted her
Looks
mic.
like my next.
Nope, she didn't. Never mind.
11.
Are we up the?
Oh, now she muted her mic. Yeah, this guy, his case was dismissed. Just let it go. Just go home. You won. I don't know what you're arguing about. You want to file a lawsuit? Okay, file your lawsuit. You're going to have to bring a lot more than just the complaint wasn't signed or the copy of the complaint that you received wasn't signed. That guy, again, he got really close. I think we're going to Vance.
All right,
Yeah.
This is a sanctions court here.
This is a dumb kid. Let's say kid. He's 24. He's not a kid, but yeah, the whole. I guess everybody just FAFOs tonight because this guy does too.
Hearing for Avery Tienda, CR 22295. All right, Mr. Tienda. Looks like you failed to appear sanctions court in October. We reset you for this date. A note saying that you admitted to using alcohol in October. You admitted to marijuana, same day that you admitted to alcohol. You're ordered to do 25 hours community service. Says that you were observed sleeping under a tree during the time that you were supposed to be working, so they don't want you back at that location. They're having to find you a new location. And your sex offender counselor says that you're not progressing satisfactorily. So what should I do about that, Mr. Tienda?
Well, I tried talking to the what is it, the community service person. I was not sleeping, and the people were there. I'm sorry, I'm bad at explaining stuff. So I work nights, so I get there and I start working. I don't know how much he wanted me to spray poison ivy on the tree, I don't know how much to spray on the tree on poison ivy because I never done that before. And yes, I take breaks. And they said that I was drinking all the water. I only drank 2 bottles of water. And I guess like the people that was cutting down the tree, I guess they were mad because I wasn't helping and I was just spraying down the trees and taking like more breaks. And I guess he was just saying I was sleeping. And the guy that supervises, he doesn't stay there. He leaves, and he said that he seen me sleeping, and I was like, I didn't see you come just only one time, and then when I left, so I was not sleeping, and he told my probation officer that he seen me sleep, so he lied. So I just let it go. So I've been paying for cans or giving the people money for cans. So that's what I've been doing. And then so I moved back to my grandma's house. So I lost the paper for what my teacher or my class or whatever. And I've been so I've been telling her that I have been struggling on some of the questions that is asking because I'm not a good explainer. So I told her I finished it and I'm trying to find the paper that she gave me. My grandma moves a lot of stuff around because I only sleep in the living room. It's me and my brother. So we're moving next week to Terrell. So I'm gonna have to find another teacher or class. That's about it.
What about the alcohol and marijuana?
So that was so my best friend, he had he's having a kid, and it was just really the pressure, and I was like no, and then they were like it's just gonna be this one time. It was just a bad choice, and I was like I'm just young, so I make bad choices.
Yeah, the only thing this guy said that made any sense was that he's not good at explaining things. Nothing he just said helps him at all. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's go.
Remind me, how old are you?
I'm 24. I'm still pretty young.
Old enough to go to prison.
Yeah, that is true.
Maybe you may be too young to make good decisions in your own opinion, but you're under the law. You're old enough to go to prison.
It's
up to 10 years.
Longer.
Imagine getting out of prison as a 34-year-old.
Do
you know how hard that 10 years would be?
It's very hard because I have a son. It'd really break my heart, you know.
You know what you're charged with.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how much harder prison is? It's people who are charged with indecency with a child.
Yeah, it's
a totally different life for people like you that have those charges. And they don't care what their backstory is. And they don't care if you say the police officer lied on me or the prosecutor lied on me. They don't care. Whole different attitude of people in prison.
I know, because some people
you could have 10 years of that. 10 years of that. It really looks like you're screwing up a great opportunity to stay on probation and to see your kid and to sleep when you need to sleep and eat when you need to eat versus being told when to use the bathroom, how many pieces of toilet paper, how long you got to eat, what you have to eat, when you're up, when you're down, when you're outside. Looks like you're throwing all that away.
They don't say exactly what he's charged with. All the judge just said was indecency to a child. That's all we know. This is a probation violation hearing, so yeah, we're past the reading of the charges, so no idea what exactly he did, but yeah, judge is right on point with what he just said about jail, though.
This right here, I've seen this happen a lot. This is the beginning. These are the signs of someone about to go to prison. I've seen it. And what I try to do in sanctions court is I try to stop it. That's what I'm doing. Is I'm trying to stop it. And some people, they let me stop it. Other people, they just go right on by and they end up in prison. I don't know where you're at on this. I don't know if you're going to be one that stops or you're going to be one that goes to prison. But this right here is a warning sign.
Yes, sir.
It's not a warning sign to me. It should be a warning sign to you. So this is what I'm gonna do, Mr. Tienda, because actions do have consequences. I'm going to sanction you with jail time. Remind me, what is your work schedule?
It's
Are you the one that had your brother taking him to work all the time?
Mhm.
Yeah. So is he still taking you to work? So tell me your schedule.
It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. So you're off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
No,
That's a great question. I actually don't know. This is I think, what is it? Van Zant County? VANZAN. No, that's it's something like that. It's Van something County. You can see the judge's name, so you can look it up real quick. I don't know though. I don't watch this court a ton. I just happened to catch this today.
I mean Tuesday, Wednesday?
yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm gonna sanction you for the alcohol use. I'm gonna sanction you for the marijuana use. Each one of those is gonna cost you a day in jail. So you're gonna have to serve 2 days in jail, one for alcohol, one for marijuana. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 days in jail for alcohol, 2 days in jail for marijuana, and 1 day in jail for failing to show up on October 1st. That means you're going to have to do 5 days in jail.
Oh, the October 1st is I can't remember. I know y'all scheduled 2 days. I missed the first one because I thought it was on Thursday because all my stuff is on Thursday. And then the second time is my probation officer didn't tell me.
Probation officer didn't tell you what?
No, she forgot. She forgot to tell me that I had court.
Is it her job? Is it her job to tell you have court?
Well, I don't have a phone, so it doesn't. I don't have.
So when you came to court, I didn't give you a notice of setting that says be back on this date and this time?
No, you did. It did. I just lost the paper. I know it's my responsibility.
Yeah.
But I
So
thought
it's gonna cost you a day in jail.
okay, I understand.
It's not your probation officer, is not your mother or your father. Mr. Tan, it's time to grow up, man. You're on your own, buddy. You got to take care of you. You got to quit expecting society and your family to take care of you. It's time to start driving yourself to work, getting on the bus, doing whatever. It's not your brother's job. It's not your probation officer's job. Okay. If you want somebody to take care of you, go to prison. And they'll take care of you in there in ways that you don't want to be taken care of, if you know what I mean. I'm going to let you pick the 5 days that you do in jail so that you can do them on your days off. Okay. So you're not interfering with your work. I'm going to order you to do 10 hours community service. I'll have you do 10 hours community service, and you can't miss any more of your sex offender treatment counseling sessions. You said that you're moving to Terrell. Where do you do your sessions here?
No.
Where do you do your sessions?
In Greenville.
Greenville?
I used to do them here, but it's.
You may need, if you're going to go to Terrell, you may need to bring them back here and do them here.
If there's a bus that can go over there from there, because
once you sign your notice setting, I want you to come back here. Is he supervised here or somewhere else? Are you supervised here in Van Zandt or somewhere else? Where's your probation officer?
In Greenville.
Greenville. Oh. All right, this is what I want you to do, Mr. Tienda. We're going to have you sign this notice of setting, okay? 10 hours community service, 5 days in jail. You're going to have to come back here. You're going to meet with these officers, and you're going to pick your 5 days, okay? I'm going to sign those orders, give those to you. You're going to show up at the Van Zandt County Jail on that day with your photo ID. You're going to do your time, okay? All right. After I give you all of that, I want you to go across the street to the probation department. You know where that's at. Now I want you to meet with Miss Stephanie Clark. Stephanie Clark, okay? And talk to her about where you're going to end up, where you think you're going to go, and where she'll help you find, or try to help you find, a new sex offender counseling place closer to you over there. Do you work in Kaufman County? Do you work over that way?
In Terrell? Yes, sir.
Where?
In Terrell? I work at AutoZone. And then warehouse.
Okay. And so you're living with your grandmother right now? You said you're moving. Where are you moving to?
To Terrell. Is
Friend or family member? Who?
Yeah, my brother.
Brother.
Both got a house over there. Or
The brother that's driving you to work? So, is he leaving Terrell to drive to Greenville to pick you up to take you to work?
Well, we live over there in Tawakoni right now.
Okay, so he's moving with you.
Yeah, we're moving over there together.
Understand. Okay. So go see Miss Clark. Go see Miss Clark. Let her know what you're planning on doing and ask her to help you find. We'll send a message to her so she can start looking for that so we can keep you in counseling. Because Avery, I am trying to help you here and I'm trying to keep you out of prison. But you're gonna have to meet me halfway. I can't do it all for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I speak to my probation officer and she gave me permission to save up to get a car right now. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So it'd be a lot easier for myself and everybody else that I need to do and get done.
Okay. Well, look at all the people that are still trying to help you. Okay. But you got to help yourself.
Yes, sir.
All right. It's time. All right. Sign your notice of setting. Come back here and see these officers. Pick your days. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Did I say December 17th?
Yes.
All right. So you need to have all that done before December 17th, Avery.
All right. Yeah. I saw the comments about the judge was being accommodating. I mean, but after that speech he gave about this is the turning point, he's either going to fail or succeed. Yeah, I understand that that's where the judge was going with that. Not saying I agree, but yeah, he's still got 5 days in jail and he has to do them before his next court date, which is in a month. So still 5 days. Still 5 days. All right, let's move on. Hopefully we got something a little, maybe, well, it's Judge Simpson. Told you, I got a lot of Judge Simpson. He's just sprinkled throughout the video. All right, let's go.
Court does call the case, People versus Patrick Lay. I have issues, really? Seriously. That's it. Always known her as huge. That's who she is, and it works. But no, everybody else has to do things differently. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And Assistant Public Defender Chinaze Carey, I can really, on behalf of Mr. Patrick Lay, who's approaching.
This one just added names. No, I'm kidding.
Your Honor, today is the date and time set for probable cause conference in this matter. We are asking for an adjournment. I had an opportunity to speak with my client as well as a potential attorney, private attorney he wants to hire. I think they are in serious conversations. I think there has been some things sent over, but just not a confirmation of representation as of yet. So we're asking for an adjournment.
Okay.
Yes. And
we watched this guy get arrested last week. So yeah, he got his Mr. Allen moment last week. He's still in jail. Yeah. So this is his follow-up hearing. I think this is the hearing he was supposed to have last week. Judge adjourned it till today.
then we'd like to address bonds. What would be fine?
How long an adjournment did you want?
This guy said the 17th, right?
If he's trying to work this
Anytime after the 17th, Your
Pardon?
Honor. Anytime after the 17th is fine.
17th of November?
Yes.
Yep. Yes, Your Honor.
Probable cause conference, November 21st, 2024. Well, that's next week. Is that gonna be good enough?
Should be fine?
Yes.
Okay, yes, Your Honor, that should be fine.
21st, 2024, 9 a.m.
And if-
Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I know the court is aware that, or recalls Mr. Lay was placed in custody, remanded on last week's hearing based on his admission to positive test.
Yes.
I have spoken with Ms. Dozier, who's the community corrections agent who was working with him. She has put in a referral for the CCOP program and reached out to Mr. Brown to see if Mr. Lay would be eligible to join that program. I think that Mr. Lay has certainly learned his lesson. I renewed my argument as of last week, indicating that he is fully willing and ready to participate in this entire process, Your Honor. He understands the benefit of treatment. He's asking that the court allow him to explore treatment options. He's extremely apologetic for how he portrayed himself last week with his untruthfulness and where it landed him. I think he has learned his lesson in that regard. I think that we're asking the court to consider releasing him to give him another
Will he be accepted into the program?
I don't see why not, but I have.
Because he can also do it while in custody.
I understand that as an option.
So we can get the whole thing done and he can sit there, given his previous behavior.
We'd rather not, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else?
Not at this time, Judge.
To the extent that they're requesting a PR bond, statutorily, he's not eligible for a PR bond. He had a bench warrant from a 1482 illegal entry case from 2022. He had been out on a PR bond, failed to appear for court, was in bench warrant status when he committed 2 new cases. So I will leave the bond in the court's discretion, but he's not eligible for a PR bond.
PR bond.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, even if the court does want to set a cash component to the bond. He does have a little bit of money, Your Honor, if the court would put a reasonable cash.
I'm not gonna do it. He wants to get into that program. First of all, I need to know that he's gonna be accepted into that program if he's gonna be out. But the other thing is that if he really wants to do it, he can also begin it in jail.
Okay, Your Honor, I will continue to work on that.
That's the problem when you lie to me. Bond, motion for bond reduction is denied. Bond is denied. Thank you. Court calls case People versus.
That's the problem when you lie to me. If he was just honest, hey, I tested positive because I'm using. He may have revoked, probably been let out today. Don't lie to Judge Simpson. I don't know how many times we say this. All right, we are coming to the end. I have 2 clips left. I don't remember what clip this is. Oh, all right. You know, this is a judge I don't usually cover either. Got a few rare judges tonight. All right, let's go.
Good morning. We're here today on the record in the matter of the City of East Lansing versus Jennifer Lynn Fable-Webb, 24-0308OT. We're here for a bench warrant arraignment. Appearances for the record.
Yes, Your Honor. Melissa Vachon on behalf of Ms. Fable-Webb, who appears separately by video.
Thank you, Ms. Fable-Webb. You're unmuted now. Can you confirm, please, that you can hear and see me and Ms. Vachon?
Yes, ma'am, I can see you.
Okay.
I was on the phone with the court, excuse me.
Ms. Fable-Webb, we're here because you were set for sentencing yesterday in a criminal case in which you had pled guilty. We set this for a remote sentencing to accommodate you, and you failed to appear. So we issued a bench warrant, Ms. Vachon, on the failure to appear.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Fable-Webb reported that she did appear on Zoom. I'm not sure if maybe she was on a different Zoom link. She also had contacted the court that morning, and she stated that she was on Zoom for quite a while and was never let in.
Yes, and I do have screenshots of that, and I did email and forward those screenshots and the report that I sent to Zoom for technical difficulty because it said I was waiting to be admitted by Your Honor, Judge Greenwald's court. So I've been waiting. I'd been called and talked to the court several times before my hearing even started to try to make sure everything was right because my address seemed to be still not updated as I did do when I was there last. And that was part of why Your Honor allowed me to do the remote sentencing because I was so far away. You accommodated me for that. So I do definitely appreciate that. And I definitely did not disgrace you by not showing up. So I apologize for the I don't know, whatever happened, I don't know, but I sent, and I could show you the screenshots too. I mean, I'm sure I could send it right now again if I had to.
Miss Fable-Webb, did you contact your attorney?
Yesterday, I didn't know I had to. I was at the, I didn't contact her today, so I don't know what you mean.
Well, I just know that if I was someone who was being sentenced on a crime, having been convicted of a misdemeanor, and I had a lawyer, and there was any kind of technical problems, the first call would be to my lawyer.
It was
And
actually
that
to the
lawyer
court.
would be able, no, please don't interrupt. That's just not helpful. Anyway, your lawyer is your best resource for anything like that. And if you don't understand that, I don't know what I can say at this point.
I talked to the court and they told me I didn't have a bench warrant. They told me to send the information. They said that was already rescheduled. I don't understand what I did wrong because I didn't know how to contact my lawyer. I contacted the court. I thought she is the court.
Okay, well, there's just some fundamental misunderstandings. There's some fundamental misunderstandings for someone who is this far along in the criminal justice system. Your lawyer is your advocate and your resource, and if you are having a problem with appearance, the first call is to your lawyer. That's all I can say. So, Ms. Vachon, would you want to say anything further on the failure to appear?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Fable-Webb, your bench warrant is set aside. So we can move on from there, and you need to be sentenced on this conviction for driving while your license is suspended. And Ms. Vachon, is there any reason why we can't move forward with that sentencing right now?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
And can I say something real quick? Sorry to interrupt. I just talked to Mr. Sean, and I'm not under the understanding because we were just talked and said it was something different now. So I am getting sentenced then, and that's going forward, correct?
Well, I'm prepared. The court's prepared to sentence you. I don't think that I don't see anything productive that would come for further delaying sentencing, Ms. Fable-Webb.
Well, I did go through I ended up having to go through the Court of Appeals now because of this driving unsuspended, and I didn't have to before. So I've already applied and I have
Ms. Fable-Webb, I'm going to ask you to I need to talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer is the person I should be speaking to. Ms. Vachon, the court had adjourned this matter in part to see if Ms. Fable-Webb could make progress on reinstating a valid driver's license. The court ran Ms. Fable-Webb's driver's license yesterday. She is still revoked. Do you have your client is saying that she has been making progress, that there's some sort of appeal process in the Court of Appeals. Please let me know, what is the status?
Yes, Your Honor, I believe she has to wait for a hearing date.
Oh my God, you stop it. Stop it. Oh my God.
Okay, Ms. Vachon, I'm trying to be patient, but can you please talk to your client? I mean, we can't be talking over one another.
Get a breakout room really quick.
Okay, very good.
Yeah, I forgot to edit this part out. I fast forwarded, but you're gonna see me fast forwarding to the last. It only lasts about 10 seconds after they get out of the breakout room. You can see my fast forward skills. So good at fast forwarding. So much better at fast forwarding than I am editing. We do have one clip left after this, and it's a funny one. If you guys don't laugh at the last clip, then I question if you have a soul. Let's just say that.
And we're back on the record in the matter of the City v. Lansing versus Jennifer Fable-Webb, 24-03080T. Ms. Vachon and Ms. Fable-Webb have returned from the breakout room. Ms. Vachon, just given the time and given the issue yesterday where we were set for sentencing and that didn't happen, the court is just inclined to adjourn this matter, and we'll set this for sentencing on November 20th. So sentencing set for November 20th, given Ms. Fable-Webb's driver's license status, that sentencing, the court is willing to have it on Zoom if that's what the defense is asking for.
Yes, Your Honor, I would request Zoom, and Ms. Fable-Webb recently got a new phone, so she didn't have previous numbers, but she will be in good touch now with me.
Okay, very good. And so I can trust and I'm sure that we will have no problems about appearance on that date. So anything further from you, Ms. Fisher?
Yeah, it cut off right there. But that one was just, a new judge. Wanted to throw up there. Not a new judge, but I don't cover her that often. All right, we're moving on to the last clip. And yes, Psychosaurus Rex, it is the last clip. Because I stream every night of the week, I try to keep it to an hour. Just, I have to for my own sanity. So, yeah, but this one's funny. We're going to end it with, you guessed it, Judge Simpson. It's a good one. And I am going to go set up the raid while I play this clip. It is only about 4 minutes long, so I am going to let it play out. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for all you guys are just awesome. The chat was on fire tonight. All the membership milestones, the super chats, the super stickers. It was a great night. And I appreciate you guys hanging out. Once again, thank you so much for the raid. Yeah. Tomorrow's Friday. The conclusion of Haley's case is happening tomorrow. She's in Judge Simpson's court at 2 p.m. tomorrow. I have decided not to go. Mainly because Andrea doesn't think she's going to go. So I don't want to go if it's just going to be me and Haley. I think that's going to be awkward. So if Andrea's not going, I'm definitely not going. But now that I've made that decision, watch her turn around and go anyways. But it is at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and hopefully it's on YouTube so we can see it. That's it. All right. You guys have a great night. We're probably going to raid Lone Wolf since I didn't raid him last night. So I'm going to set that up. And yeah, get ready to laugh because this one's good. It is. Judge Simpson, let's go.
Court, all right. Did you want me to call? Is this the one? Yeah. Court does call the cases of the people versus Kamik slip.
Public defense.
Skiz Rock, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It was really good to see you tonight, man. I hope you're well. Hope you're well. Stop being a stranger, man. But thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it, bud. Okay, yeah, just confirmed it. We're raiding Lone Wolf. So make sure when you jump over there, make sure you tell him I said hi. And yeah, I'll see you guys over there.
Under Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Miss Schlip. Miss Schlip, will you please state your name for the record? Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Now we can, yes.
Hi, Mr. Simpson.
Hello, how are you?
It's me, your buddy that said you got a pretty smile.
Oh, thank you for that. Let's see if I can keep it all day.
You can. You can do it if you try. Okay, my name is Kamik.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're all right.
I was unsuccessful in meeting with Miss Schlip this morning. I was informed she'd be available for me, but she was not. So I would ask for an adjournment. There is some also additional video discovery that I am waiting on. So I will be sure to schedule an appointment and go meet with Miss Schlip as she has several files to review.
You want the 26th or the 5th?
The 5th, Your Honor.
All right. That objection.
Wait, what? Am I on that?
What?
Am I on that?
Am I all done?
Well, hold on. You know that I'm adjourning your cases out to December 5th.
What's that mean?
What's what mean? You'll come back and so you're going to meet with your attorney between now and that day, and then you're going to come back and see us.
Do I get to see you again?
Yep, you do.
With your pretty smile?
Yes, I will hopefully be smiling that day. Thank you, Miss Slip.
And I got a joke for you. How do you get the eggs out of the chicken?
Oh boy.
Through the headset.
What?
Through the headset.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Slip. Appreciate it. That will keep me laughing all day.
All right,
All right.
All right, I have to pause it one last time. Sparkle Poots, thank you so much. Yeah, no, she was a hoot. She was a hoot. Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about her. I wish everyone in jail was that happy. Sparkle, you're awesome though. Okay, I'm out for real now. No more super chats because I'm not gonna click on them. We're out. We're gonna go say hi to Lone Wolf. Okay, bye guys.
You take
Can I
care.
go now? Can I go?
Yes, you can go now. You're all set.
Hey, bye, Mr. Simpson.
Bye.
God bless you.
See ya. See, Mr. Brown, you were wrong. There are people that like me. Court does call the case. People versus Jalecia Harris.